Hey everybody, it's Harry from Cutthroat BBQ. I'm here with my buddy, and we are going to basically raid the pantry and cook something with all of the wonderful meat. Maybe you can introduce yourself and tell a bit about your business.
I'm Jason, Big J's Barbecue. This is my catering kitchen here in the Band Brothers Men's Mentoring Facility in Wasilla, Alaska. Yeah, thrilled to hang out with Donna and Harry and experiment with some wild game and some salmon and see what we can come up with. So we got some moose backstrap, some ground caribou, and some Copper Rivers salmon belly.
Okay, cool.
And it looks like a friend of ours did some salmon for us. I'm not
These
really
are
sure.
jalapeno, right?
It
Looks
looks
like
like
jalapeno
jalapeno.
crusted,
Yeah.
some kind of smoked salmon.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's
Fantastic.
in there. These are backstrap for the moose, and
Uh-huh.
that's the ground caribou.
And where's the backstrap muscle on a
It's kind of like the tenderloin. It's the
it's
best
tender.
part.
The best part of it is very tender, right?
Yep.
So these are kind of very gamey, strong meats, and a couple of options is to give it a kind of a strong marinade or strong kind of a seasoning,
Yes.
kind of tame down a little bit of the flavor, get it a little bit subtle. I think that the challenge of cooking this kind of meat is that it's really easy to overcook, right?
Yes.
So if it's kind of like venison that I cooked before, so if you overdo the backstrap, it's gonna get really like rubbery.
Yeah.
So the key is to kind of like a gentle sear and a little bit of kind of rare in the middle.
Yes.
So we're gonna try, and we raided his what do you call his pantry? Come over here and show what we did in here. Point in there. We raided his his refrigerator, pulled out a few things, and we're gonna draw a little bit of inspiration from some of the blueberries he has, some soy. We got some garlic, some lime, acid, oil, salt, vinegar, ready to go. So we're gonna do a blueberry kalbi marinade here, and we'll see what we can do. We have alderwood smoked sea salt crystals, and we have some his special steak rub. The plan is to make some kalbi and bring it on the road. And,
Where are you going today?
We are heading to some wonderful Alaskan mountain range to get some sightseeing done. So we're gonna make the blueberry kalbi marinade. I have a little bit of soy sauce. We have onions, garlic, lime, sesame oil, a little bit of sweetener, honey. This is Alaskan style honey, which we're gonna use. We have the blueberries already kind of pureed by Jason, and it's been chopped up. We have a little bit of onion. We're ready to make our little Korean style blueberry marinade. It's got enough salt in it, right? The rubs.
There's a bit of salt. Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. So Jason has cut up the macadamia into kind of maybe a little bit fine mince here, and this is rough chop. The key for cooking is always to mix texture, so I'm going to have the finer one right by the meat itself, like so, right? Coat it a little bit, and I'm going to coat it with a little bit of the kind of rougher one, so we're going to have a mixture of textures of the two types of macadamia on this dish here. I'm going to touch it up with a little bit of garlic on top, just a light one. So we're going to grill this until it's going to be pork, salmon belly perfection. There you go. Here's the ground caribou, and it's kind of small pieces, so I'm going to try to make like a kebab out of it. I have some tahini, we have some garlic. Just going to improvise with some of the flavors that I was able to find in my pantry raid or Jason's kitchen here. We have a little bit of garlic pepper seasoning. We're going to use some of that. So we have an egg. We're going to use the egg as a binder. I've never used an Alaskan egg, but first time. I bet you this egg came from Los Angeles.
How are you going to cook that?
We're going to cook it in some kind of a pan. I haven't figured it out yet, but I'm kind of thinking about, we're planning as we go. We're building the airplane as we are flying it. All right, we're going to do some, little bit of, we found some Lay's classic potato chips. We're going to do a little caribou meatloaf here. I'm just going to crush it.
How do you know how much?
I'm just going to see the texture, so I'm going to see how the texture is. So when you make a meatloaf, you just want to have a perfect texture. The meatloaf cannot be too stiff, cannot be too loose, right? And you want to just get it in the right texture. And if it's too loose, you can add a little bit of flour, cornstarch to hold it together, or you add a more egg binder. So I think the right now it's not so critical because we're going to throw it in the pan. So pan cooking is foolproof. But if you have to do this on a log, you have to do this on a pit, you had to do it on a plank, like a cedar plank. So we start cooking, then you gotta get the texture right. But in this case, we're just making basically a casserole, caribou casserole with tahini, no less. I'm from Los Angeles, so homage to Los Angeles.
Got it.
And then the honey is homage to Alaska. So we got a little bit of Alaska and Los Angeles personality into this impromptu caribou base kebab, I guess, you know.
Walterwood from our local Three Bears.
Nice.
All right, we are at the base of Mount Denali in Alaska, right by the freeway. Ready to do a little tailgate with Jason from the Alaskan BBQ Association. Got a little pellet cooker going and fire up the rectech. Okay, meatloaf into pit.
It's really good so far.
Okay, caribou, tahini, meatloaf. Excellent. Lord, so.
This is the Rectech 340. Came free with my little, my big Rectech BFG 2500 Black Friday sale. I love this thing. This is my first pellet smoker. I used to make fun of everybody who had them, and now I'm the guy who's being made fun of. Thing works great. I mean, it gets up to like 600 degrees. Heats up fast. Super easy. You can start it with your phone. And like I start from bed, you know, and get up, put some meat on, go back to bed, and yeah, things are great. Smells good.
Okay, we have some blueberry, Korean kalbi, marinated backstrap, right?
Yes.
Backstrap. Backstrap is the tenderloin of the caribou. Moose backstrap. Upper River salmon belly with macadamia nut crusted right at the base of Mount Denali. Cooking up a storm with Pitmaster Jason. Big J's Barbecue, Alaska.
Oh, thank you.
How's it going?
They're filming me eating. I know, right? Thank you.
Slap Your Daddy.
Love your daddy.
He's famous pitmaster. He's on the Food Network, BBQ Pitmasters show, all that stuff. Yeah.
Like a blueberry marinated backstrap.
Thank
moose.
you.
Okay, so that's caribou, salmon, and moose.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right, caribou, macadamia nut crusted, copper river salmon, moose backstrap with Korean blueberry kalbi, and a little bit of a caribou meatloaf here.
I'm Cheyenne, and we're from Wasilla.
I'm Kira and we're from Palmer.
We had the moose and the caribou meatloaf, and then the salmon bellies.
What did you have?
I had the same thing and my favorite was the caribou meatloaf.
What was
I
your
loved the moose. It was super, super tender.
Wow. So you guys are here in Alaska. So what do you like to eat?
A lot of salmon.
I like moose. Yeah, mostly moose.
Okay, and then you guys cook it all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Our family cooks like a moose roast, and then we cut it into small pieces and roll it in a little bit of flour and salt and pepper, and then we fry it in some bacon grease.
Oh wow, kind of chicken fried moose.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So last question, what makes you guys happy in Alaska?
I think just being outside, hiking, fishing,
sure.
camping, all of it.
All right, awesome. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, guys, thumbs up. Okay, bye.